Okay. Hello, everybody. All right. So, as Master Spas, welcome to Master Spas Facebook Live. We always seem to have a little bit of technical difficulty when we start, and tonight is no exception. Volume is off. Is that better? No sound? How about now?
Maybe turn on the side where like the notification is.
Oh, hang on a second. No sound. All right, let me play with this.
You know, on the side here where turn that on.
Silent mode off. Sound yes. How's that? Okay, now we're good.
Oh boy.
All right, here we go. It's always exciting. Okay, so we're back. All right, welcome to Master Spa's Facebook Live. These are live, as you can see, and this is the first one from our little warehouse of fun in Cheshire, Connecticut. All right, so tonight we are going to be, now everybody's coming on now. That's kind of fun to see
Ben.
everybody.
In case you didn't hear the first time.
That's
And
right, I'm Ben, that's Mary. So tonight we're talking about, everybody's letting us know the sound is on. Got it.
Thank you.
And I have to stop and say hi to my mom. My mom is on there, so hi, Mom. I love you. All right, so we're going to talk about everything not swimming tonight, okay? So everyone focuses on, especially us, focuses on the swimming, and tonight we're going to focus on everything else that you can do in your swim spa. All right, so we're going to slow things down. We're actually going to look, and it's funny, I've got the comments coming up, so I can answer some questions while we're going. I'm going to try. It's a little difficult to do that. And then when we go to Mary, I'll swing the camera around and you can see that. All right. So you want to talk about the depth a little bit?
Sure, yeah.
All right.
So, hi everyone, I'm Mary, if you didn't already know that. And if some of you who don't know me, I am 4'10" on a good day. Not really, like 9.5. But, and I'm standing in our most awesome Challenger 15 deep, which the unit is 5 feet high off the ground. The water depth, as you can see, is not 5 feet because it would be over my head. It's about 4¼ feet deep, and I am standing on the bottom, so my head is still out. It's perfect for, you know, most people who would be exercising in here. I'm definitely on the shorter side of people who would be exercising in here, and it's going to provide a lot of resistance for me, but really great buoyancy as well. So just to give you a little visual of the water depth, again, I'm about 4'9½", 4'10", and I'm not drowning under the water.
Okay. So some of the things we're going to talk about, and we know that we're going to get a lot of questions on specific exercises and things like that. So I don't want to get into ultra specific things like, you know, which exercise to target this, because we could stay here for 5 years and do that. What I do want to talk about is a couple of things, a couple of basic things, all right? So with our H2 exercise guide, we give a little startup sheet that has the exercise equipment on there, and then you've got a quick little instruction on how to hook up the rowing kit, the dumbbells, how they assemble. Kevin, right? So they're always, the instructions aren't perfect, and we've had a few people have questions with that, and you can always go to, you know, send us a message, and we've sent little videos on how to do something specific. So if you have a question, reach out to us. We're more than happy to answer those, and those responses will come from us. All right, so we're actually doing this, and we're in this with you. All right?
And we can always shoot a video like directly from in here or from a swim spa. We usually have access to one. and we can easily shoot you a video and send it over to you.
That is true. There's,
Yeah.
no matter where we are, there's a swim spa there. Pretty much always. Next, H2 exercise. This book is awesome, okay? Totally, totally awesome. And it is really an A to Z manual on fitness in your swim spa. I'm trying to get us both in here. It's an A to Z manual on your fitness from very beginners to absolutely advanced. And let me tell you something. It's a great story. We've worked with Dr. Rick McAvoy, and I made the mistake. And if he's watching this and he watches this after, he's laughing because he already knows what I'm going to say. I'm saying, you know, this isn't quite hard enough. And he killed me in here. And I'm like a lifetime fitness weightlifter guy. And he absolutely destroyed me. It was so much fun. So he wrote this book. We're proud of it. We're proud of all of his hard work. And it is amazing. It explains everything about the water, what you're doing, the benefits, the whole thing, temperature range. I actually want to talk about that. I'm knocking stuff off here. I'm actually going to talk about the temperature range. It's important, but I'm going to swing this around so I can kind of show you a few things. All right. So one of the things I want to talk about tonight, you can see the soft tread in the bottom there. And the soft tread, it used to be you had to wear rubber shoes if you were going to exercise in place in here. Okay? And now with the addition of the soft tread, you can see it on the steps, and it gives you amazing traction walking down the steps. And it also gives you amazing traction while you're running in place in the front of the current. Okay, so you don't even need rubber shoes anymore when you're running in place, which is pretty fantastic. Okay, so there you go. So, and we're gonna show a few things. I'm gonna spin this back around now. Okay, so I've got a list up here, a little cheat sheet on what we're gonna talk about, different exercises. Okay, and that we're gonna actually show you. And one of the things I want to talk about, we always get questions, and we kind of focus on the advanced things, but we always get questions that seem super basic, and that's what we need to know. We need to know what you don't know, and that's what we're kind of after here. Okay, so, you know, we talk about stability and core and this and that and all these crazy things very in depth, and then someone's like, you know, how do you run in place? So we want to talk about that stuff. We want to show that. But years ago, before the H2 exercise book came about, I owned a gym and I had a swim spa in my gym, and we were using it to train people, and then we were training for Ironman, of course, in our swim spa. So one of the things I absolutely love to do is an interval training. So you've got the ability to do the rowing, chest, dumbbells, ankle weights, all these really amazing exercises. No, those are all strengthening. So if you're doing a set of biceps or you're doing a set of rowing, you do that for 2 minutes and then swim for 2 minutes. So exercise for 2 minutes, swim for 2 minutes. Do, you know, dumbbell curls with the dumbbells, and I'll show those. You can see them behind us there. Those dumbbells, they're amazing. They catch water. The water is the resistance. So you can do 2 minutes of curls with those dumbbells and then hop over and run in place. It's not just about swimming. Okay, the swimming is fantastic, but there's lots of other things you can do. Okay, and that's what we're talking about. And we're going to show you the jets. We're going to show you some basic exercise movement. I want everyone, if you know what, and I'll bet you there's 1,000 people out there that are going to raise their hand after watching this and say, oh, you know what? He's right. I'm guilty of that. Everyone who got our swim spa has that H2 exercise book. Okay, so if you haven't cracked that thing open, you know who you are, then you need to, because all this information is in there. We really took the time to tell you how to do this, so you're sort of busted. Now, if you're bird dogging us from another manufacturer, you have chosen poorly, because we did this work, okay? So all of our swim spas, we include this. The program is fantastic. The equipment is fantastic. It's built into the swim spa. It is stellar, okay? The dumbbells, my personal favorite, are absolutely awesome. All right, you're catching water in there, and they work real well. So some of the things I want to talk about are running in place. So Mary, I'm going to have you fire this thing up. Now this is our Challenger, so this is variable speed drives. Really, really nice unit. This is new, and I'm going to spin this around again. All right. So you can't see that there with the dumbbell. The Challenger has 2 control panels. Okay. Digital. All right. So what I want you to do, Mare, what do you have that set on?
Low 5.5.
Oh, no, we need more than that. No, that's not. Yeah, nice try. Yeah, I know you already trained today. Get back in there. Do it again.
Where?
Let's go 10-10. It might carry you away. She's very small. Go 10-10. Give me 10-10. Okay?
Yep.
So now what I want you to do is run in place with high knees. The current's going to take you away every time you're in the air. So lean into it more, and then use your hands almost like you're assisting. You're not swimming though. So there you go, and you can stabilize, right?
Yeah.
This is a perfect example. I had her turn this up intentionally where I knew it was going to carry her back. So what she's doing, she's kicking high knees, okay? She's leaning forward, which you can kind of tell she's leaning forward, and then she's using her hands. If you need more help with your hands, you can form like this, like you were swimming, and pull more water. Mary, pull more water with your hands. There you go. So now her heart rate is elevating. She's using her upper body. She's using her lower body, all right? Water is incredibly more dense than air, so she's getting resistance in there, all right? So now what I want you to do, Mare, is switch over. You can lower that a little bit. I won't kill you, all right? So lower that down to 5. Next, what I want to show is it's running in place again.
That's really what's so awesome about this is that you can adjust based
Oh, yeah.
on your desire for exercise that day or your fitness level and how much it's pushing you back. It's really awesome.
Fantastic. Okay, so now what I want you to do is run in place, but now you're trying to kick your own butt with your heel, okay? So now, everyone who's watching this, when you're doing high knees, you're working the front. When you're kicking your butt, you're working the backside. And I can't, so Big Brother is watching, and I know he knows who he is. I can't say the wrong words, so I'm going to say we're working on your butt, and that's all I'm going to say. I'll probably... And hamstrings, that's right. Okay, so keep kicking high. All right, now you can take a rest. I'm going to chat about heart rate on here. All right, so now, what we have found is that you can achieve your marathon heart rate, or I can achieve my marathon running heart rate while running in place. So now Mary and I typically train long course for triathlon and Ironman. So what ends up happening is if you're not overtraining, but once your body starts to wear down and you need a break, and we all need a break sometime. Mine was today. Yesterday I had a terribly hard bike. Today I said I'm gonna do a nice easy day. I'm gonna go for a swim in the Challenger, and we'll go from there. And then I ended up saying, you know what, I'm gonna do some running in place. So I was able to maintain a 125 to 135 heart rate running in place with no impact on my low body. I got out of the water feeling amazing. So let me tell you something, it's all fitness levels. I can't stress it enough. If you are, and even our pro triathletes, Ben Hoffman is one of our pro triathletes, and Marinda, they're amazing. These are the finest athletes in the world, just unbelievable. And Michael too, let's not forget about the boss. That's why we're all here. So, these people, they'll use it on a rest day. They still have to work, so they're still getting the work done in a restful way, but it's not easy. These people are working hard in there, okay, and they'll all show you that, and today was no exception. I had my heart rate up. It wasn't even what I intended to do when I got in there. I intended just on swimming. Had a great workout, still maintained all of the exercise goals for the day with zero impact on my lower body.
Well, and I don't know if you want me to talk about this now, but I will because it's kind of a good segue, is that water is an amazing place to exercise because of the buoyancy of it, and it's the magic equalizer, because no matter how hard you work, it's going to work that hard against you, so you can get your own resistance in the water because the water is pushing against you in a way, and so that you can, as a beginner fitness, you can go easier, and as you build your fitness, you can go harder, and the water is going to support you. And the water being buoyant, the deeper you are in the water, the more resistance you're going to get, but it's also the more easier it is on your joints. It actually reduces the impact on your joints significantly being in the water. So someone who has a lot of issues with knees and hips, or even people who are recovering from surgery, are able to do really great exercise in water because it has reduced so much impact.
Right on, right on. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna turn this around again. All right. So what I want to have Mary do now, what is that propulsion set on?
I turned it on.
You turned it all the way off?
Yes.
Okay, let's go,
It's not just low.
put it on low 7.7. Anyone who's used a Challenger, it uses different diverter valves, and it's set up a little bit differently. Susan, water depth in that swim spot is about 4'3". Okay, Mary is 4'9.5". Okay, so Mary, what I'm going to have you do, what I wanted to do today was show a couple of exercises. So let's grab these dumbbells, Mary. Okay, so I'm going to have you put them all the way under the water. So in here, in this swim spa, we have two things going on. One, we can train in water, which is obviously way better and way better for you, especially if you're guarding against injury. And then we also have moving water. So that water is moving against those dumbbells right now. So what I'm going to have Mary do is walk up to the front a little bit more, front of the bus. Get going, a little bit. There you go. I don't care how hard it is. Stop there. That's fine. So what I'm going to have her do is bicep curls. What's the matter? Is it pushing you back?
Yes.
Stay in place. Work harder.
Someone asked, one of the questions that we got earlier today that I know we were going to address is, how to work your core. Just trying to stay in place against
Definitely.
the current is working my core.
Definitely. So I want you to do some curls under the water. Never take the dumbbells out. And then I want you to push back down.
Yep.
Use your triceps to push all the way down from the top of the curl. Push down, then curl back up. All right?
I'm not sure if can everyone see this?
Yep. Oh, you can see it's great. So I want you to give me like 10 or 50. Keep going, keep going.
I heard that.
So what I'm going to have Mary do is I'm going to do a little interval like I was talking about. So we're going to pretend you shush to keep working over there.
I'm just saying it keeps pushing me back. It's really great resistance.
So we're going to do a few more curls. Give me 3 more. Pretend that was 3 minutes. Put those up, please. Now I want you to sit down, grab the rowers. Actually, you have to grab the rowers before you sit down.
Yeah.
So we already hooked up the rowing kit. Now Mary's going to give us some rowing. All right, give us some rowing. There you go. She's so short. Muscles are working. She's rowing. As you can see, Mary's very, very strong. Jay Jardin, good to see you. She's very strong, and it's not super easy. You can see those muscles are working. All right, Mary, give me 3 more. And then I want you to go run in place. 1 more. Run in place. Drop them. Cruise up. High knees to the front. Assist with your hands. So this is what I'm talking about, everybody. So we've got this book. I'm gonna stop you right there, Mary. I'm gonna reverse it to me. Okay. So we've got the H2 exercise book. All right. Fantastic programs are in there, and works super well. And it's a little bit more, and it goes into detail how to take rests in between, how much time intervals, goes into all that. There are other ways to do it too. If you say, hey, you know what, following this book, the swim spa's wet, maybe not for me, I can't remember them. If you want to just do something, first of all, if you're doing anything, it's better than nothing, okay? So don't think that if you're not following the book to the letter that it's not good. It's great, okay? So if you want to do interval, you can sit there and do bicep curls with the dumbbells and then push it backwards and work the back of your arm, your triceps, and then sit down and do rowing. And then you can grab over on the front, we didn't even toss them in tonight, you've got cables with the single handles, and then turn around and do chest. And then you can swim for 2 minutes. And then in this, everybody knows our swim spas, you can swim all strokes in our swim spas. All right, that's American muscle right there. American muscle.
We're not talking about swimming.
We're not talking about swimming, all right? American muscle. So you can briefly swim 2 minutes, run in place. You can set these intervals up however you want. If you pick 4 exercises and then 2 different sets of cardiovascular exercise like running in place or swimming or both, and do 2 minutes of each, go through there 3 times, you have a workout. You're perfect. All right, you're gonna get out of there. When you're done, you're gonna feel great. If you have an injury, it's not gonna have aggravated it. It's gonna feel absolutely fantastic. Okay, that's what the goal here is. The goal is to gain new fitness, okay, to bring fitness back in a safe fashion, okay? Diane?
And you have just so much flexibility with the resistance. Hi. You have so much flexibility with the resistance so that as you're regaining fitness after an injury or after some kind of surgery or something like that, that you have so much capability to start building up your fitness in a really safe and manageable way.
Okay. So, now, questions. So I got a couple of little questions in there, and we will, afterward, as everyone knows, if you've watched any of our lives, we always will follow up with questions you have in the comments. We're not quite done yet, but I want to say that 3 or 4 times so that everybody knows you can always comment and we will answer, okay? So we actually really enjoy sitting down afterwards and seeing all the questions come in. You get good ones, you get bad ones, just the way it is. So some of the questions we got, and I'm going to go over, I have a list here. Last time we got tons and tons of questions. So this is kind of interesting. This was based on all things exercise, but not swimming, and we still got questions about water chemistry. Okay? Now, those of you who don't know, Master Spas has an amazing YouTube channel that has all that on there. Okay? There's lots of videos on there, and this will, of course, be put into that library as well, but there's videos on water chemistry all over the place, and, I'm just going to say it kind of, maybe not how I would say it if I wasn't being filmed, but the more younger people that use the swim spa, I mean kids, requires a little bit more care and maintenance because of what. How's that for saying it but not saying it?
Don't pee in the water.
Don't pee in the water. Okay, don't let anybody pee in your pool. So that's, first of all, there's that. So core strengthening, and Mary talked about this. So I'm going to step up the ladder a little bit more. Core strengthening, there's no better place to do it than they posted the YouTube channel.
Awesome.
It's fun to watch the comments come up. So, okay, so core. Basically anything you do in the water is going to help strengthen your core. But if you're just trying to stand in the propulsion, like Mary said, it is hard. You're moving, and all those little muscles are helping you stabilize. So there's lots of different kind of core exercises. Ooh, I want to do the abs.
Okay.
I'm going to show you my favorite. I hate to do abs. I hate to crawl on the floor and do stomach. It's like a thing. So I wanted to show you guys this. I realize I'm bouncing back. So turn that propulsion up high. Let's go pump on high, 15-15. High, 15-15. All right, I'm going to turn this around again. Okay, this is my absolute favorite ab exercise. So she's going to grab the handle, because now with the propulsion on that high, if you stand upright in it, it'll wash her away. So she's going to can you see how she's resting her forearms on the acrylic? Then she's going to put her feet all the way back so that her heels are breaking the top of the water. Can you do that? Now she's got her ankles are crossed. There you go. And she's going to keep her knees together. And then she's going to pull her knees against the current all the way to her chest. Go ahead. There you go. Can you feel that?
Oh, yeah.
So keep going. This is my favorite ab exercise. All right, I'm going to spin it. Mary, you keep going. I'm going to spin this around. All right. Bev Perry, how difficult is it for a beginner to swim against the stream? I'm not supposed to talk about swimming. I'll answer quickly, though. It all depends what stroke and how strong of a swimmer you are. It's going to be, a little bit of a learning curve, so you want to practice for a few minutes a day, and you'll get better each and every time you do it, okay? And you're going to see a lot more live videos on how to do things. I did do one with swim toys, and you can see Mary struggling. Keep going.
I am.
More.
I did side ones too. I like this.
Keep going. We gotta get her working hard. She didn't do anything today. All right, so in the beginning, it will always be a little bit more difficult. Just keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. Go back, watch our other video on swim toys. That's the ticket there. Okay, so you can stop. You can stop. Okay, So if we've got, actually, you know what I'm gonna have you do? Grab one dumbbell, put it on low. You got it, Bev? Okay. Let's go low and 5-5. Since we're gonna address a core question specifically. Just one. So I want you to stand on that far side over there on the opposite side of the current from me, on the edge of the soft tread. Okay? I want your feet shoulder width apart, please. And then I want you to lock arms straight, dumbbell in the water, in the current. Feel it? Now, can you see her hopping around a little bit? It's pushing her. Now, there's two things that can go on here. One is that if you hold yourself in place, all those little, you can see a little bit of tension on her face. That water is just pushing away. It's grabbing onto that dumbbell and pushing her away. So you're fighting that current. So you're using stabilizing muscles to stay in place. So for one, you're working just standing there doing nothing, but you're not really doing nothing. Next thing you can do, she can rotate her trunk towards me, 90 degrees, through the water, and then back against the current and fight it. See how it's pushing her? See how we might have put it a little high for her. As you can see, you don't need a whole lot of water moving for these exercises, okay? So it works really, really well. Stay in place, Mare. Do you need to turn it down?
Yeah.
Turn it down a little bit. All right. Krista suffers severe arthritis. Stretching and resistance training in my H2X trainer has helped tremendously. Oh man, that's why we're here. All right, Krista, we love to hear it. Is absolutely awesome. The water is the equalizer and puts us all on the same playing field. Fantastic, good work. Don't ever stop, you know that. So now we're gonna let Mary do this for a few more times, and then she can stop there and go to the other side, swing around. Turn around, get back. Same thing, other side. It's a great core exercise, stabilization, all those little trembles. You can see her trembling and trying to stay in place. All those little trembles are stabilizing muscles, and every joint you have has stabilizing muscles around it, synergist and stabilizing muscles. When those weaken as we age, that is how we lose our balance, okay? So all of these little exercises are working all of those little weird muscles, and those are the fantastic ones. That's the good stuff. That's the fountain of youth right there, all right? If there were a fountain of youth, it would be in a master spas. I think we know that. All right, you're good. Okay. Okay, so now what do we got? Core strengthening, water care, slab underneath. Someone asked about the slab, 6 inches, okay? You got to do 6 inches, reinforce it, nothing crazy. Fantastic foundation underneath it. You can also do easy pads or something like that, okay? Utility bill. So this is actually our challenger. Now this is in our little warehouse, so the utility bill on an inside installation is literally nothing. I mean, it's so small, I couldn't even tell you. Outside, obviously is gonna depend on use and where you live. Okay, so if you're leaving the cover open and you're in Vermont, well, your electric bill is gonna be big. If you use our thick, snow load covers, the utility bill is actually very reasonable. You just want to make sure that when you use it, you open it up, and when you're done, you close it up, and that keeps it clean and efficient, all right? And these are all rated. They do a really nice job with the insulation. They're fantastic, and we build these for cold weather. Canada, Winnipeg, I've been there. 40, 30, 40, 50 below zero. That place exists. She never had to go. Where is she? She dodged that bullet. Yes. Okay? So last thing I want to say is, again, I know Master Spas is posting it. They're helping us run this live. I'll swing this around so Mary can get in there. Ooh. Can you get in there? You gotta get over. Oh, we gotta look at the jets. Yes. Okay. So I know you're snapping your fingers at me. I can see it now.
What was that?
So we're gonna go into the jets a little bit. Hang on. Let's pan around. Okay. So anyone who has seen our H2X knows that there's therapy jets in here. So we're gonna turn some jets on. You've got some diverter valves. Now the Challenger has the diverter valves just like the H2X, the regular trainer series does, but they're a little different in that they're variable speed drives. Okay, so let's turn those on and then go hit the diverter valves, unless you want to hit the diverter valves first. So she's just cranking up Now you can see the water is coming out of the jet side. Now it's diverting over there. Hit them both, Mare?
Yep.
There you go. So this is cool down, do a nice workout. How's that feel? Did you hear me? She didn't hear me. How's that feel?
Oh, it feels great.
Awesome.
But don't forget to want to tell everyone about this awesome
Oh, yeah.
therapy cove over here.
So you can't see while it's on, but you've got a therapy cove in there, and it's shaped like your body. So you can stand up and get your back, your front, knees, quads.
Gets the back of my legs, the hamstrings.
I'm turning this up a little bit for you. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Now you can see it's moving. I turned the jets up. So on the VSP, oh yeah, you can see we're not fooling around with jets. Everybody who's been in our hot tubs, we do jets. Neck and shoulder jets, fantastic. Feeling better? Oh yeah. All right. I'll leave that one on for you. I turned this one off. It had a little noise. All right, everybody. So that's about it for tonight. That's about all we've got. And again, any questions? I can't say it enough. Any questions? Please, please, please put them on there afterwards. We're thrilled to answer. If anyone out there is watching this and you need some help with something, please reach out. Mary and I have made little personalized videos. We have sent, someone said, hey, I don't know how to get the rowing kit off, and we made a little video for them and sent it right to their email. All right, so lots of things we can do, and we're happy to do it. So thank you for joining us tonight from Cheshire, Connecticut, our little warehouse of pain and fun. And we'll see you on the next live, next event.
We've got some fun ones coming up, so make sure that you keep an eye out on when the next ones are.
We really do have some fun ones coming on. So pay attention to those coming up, and wait till you see where the next one's from. Really exciting. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining us. This is Master Spas Facebook Live.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.